and the tail. The head and the tail. These dark blue objects you see here and underneath and above the object are the artifacts created by the software. What the blue things that are surrounding the skeleton are not. It's part of the object. Okay. And then, of course, in fortunate cases, then I could literally see inside, like here. This small object. I enlarged it with the best available algorithms, best available software. I removed unwanted light and reflections, and then it came up with this. See? It's beautiful. It's symmetric. It's beautiful. It looks like a machine. Looks like something mechanical. It would be very coincident if these on the left, for example, when you see these two dots and the symmetry in the head. I mean, that would be a chance of 0.1%, or even worse. And you see symmetry in the middle as well, and at the tail. This is the best one. Okay. At first, you see a blue streak, a flash of light. And then with Lucis Pro enhancement software, I was able to make this visible, which also looks like a fish, but it's different from the rest. And I think that I caught it exactly in the right moment. Because when we do the enhancements, then we see that this could be fuselages, this could be a spark, then we see absorbers at the end, and we see combustion chambers or pressure chambers. Why I'm saying this? Well, let's have a look. First, let's remove the blur, and then let's see what happens. Why I am saying pressure chambers and combustion chambers? Well, I think these objects, these UFO, use pulse detonation propulsion. And they must be using some kind of a plasma fuel. So let's see. Okay, here's a better version. I did something about the colors. I enhanced the colors and removed all reflections. And then we see something very strange happening. Here we see something which looks like an igniter. Then we see a spark, a blue spark, which goes through the object, through the skeleton, into a chamber, and then it increases power or pressure, and at the end the pressure is the highest, and you can see that it is the area becomes bigger, and here we have something that looks like an absorber. So what happening is that extremely hot gas or plasma could be ejected to what we call a fuselage, and when the plasma is ignited, we see a flash. But the thing is that we can see the flash and we can look inside the object. So this detonation, what I call a detonation, must be taking place inside a force field. Otherwise, we cannot see it. And the shockwave from the force field or combustion chamber is directed to the back of the object, which we can see. Here we see a spark going through the object, through some pressure chambers, combustion chambers, and then we have a absorption here. Okay, let's go. There it is, zoomed in. There we see that the top is blue, and here is a bit of reddish. Then we see a spark coming from it. The spark moves through the object, goes through the center, goes through via these chambers. See, it goes through the chambers, and here we have a pressure chamber, the highest pressure. It is released, and then the absorbers push it away. It's even a better version now. If people are interested in these pictures, I can provide them. It's not a secret. And this is the best one. Here we see the fuselets. Here see we an igniter, the spark. You see the spark going through the object in full detail into the chambers. And here we have the absorber. Okay. If you think that this is too much for you already, you better stop the video. Because I will show you something which I still not can believe, but I will show you some details of the inner structure and the propulsion system. Okay, here we have the main object, and these are the artifacts surrounding the object. Okay, and this is the result of Elusa's professional scientific image processing software. Here we go. We see inside the object, we see different chambers, and we see in the end the absorbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 absorbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chambers. And this is the part where you can see the spark coming from. I'm not sure what it is. I call it an inlet, but I have no idea why they would have an inlet. This is much darker than the rest. So this could be fuel or plasma or whatever. And well, let's see. Let's take a closer look. See the color artifacts, and this is the objective thing. Okay, I'll cut it out. Did some more enhancements with Elusa Pro, which gives us better results now. We can now clearly see inside the object. We see the different chambers, we see channels, we see everything. And when I saw this for the first time, I could not believe my eyes. I mean, this could not be true. Okay, here's some explanation about what you're looking at. The inlet. This could be a frontal fin. We look from the side, so I have no idea if this is a fin or not. This could be fuel. The purple lines could be fuel. This is the part where the spark is produced, the igniter, fuselets. These must be combustion chambers, in my view. Then we have a part where they normally could add some extra fuel or secondary fuel. Then we have combustion chambers again, and there we have pressurization chambers right here, and the shock absorbers here, and at the end we have an outlet, and perhaps even a tail fin. So this is my theory about what they look like. Okay, here's a close-up. Here we see the fin, we see an inlet, we see a fuel container, could be a fuel container. We see something here as well. We see the part where the spark is produced. This is the spark you saw in the first pictures. And then we go through some contrast levels, and then we see that there is something inside the blue thing. Little white balls, something which is different from, it has a different color. Okay. And look at the details. It looks like a blueprint. It's not. It's just a frame from a video. A video from NASA. A live transmission. Here we see the pressurization chambers, and here we see these, what I call absorbers, shockwave absorbers. So this technique is not new. NASA already is building aircraft or engines which use this kind of technique. and also the military is using it. For example, the mysterious Aurora aircraft is supposed to use pulsation detonation wave technology. So maybe they have seen it from these aliens, from these UFO, and they're now using the same technology. If you'd like to find more about this PDP, I would suggest you read Project Orion, which you can find on the internet. PDETP, Pulse Detonation Engine Technology Projects from NASA, which is also available. Something from Moonminer, which is pseudo-science, but very interesting to read. And of course, David Darling, Info, Encyclopedia, Advanced Propulsion Concepts. So, could it be that these and other things first seen and discovered by Martin Stubbs are the reason behind NASA's and the military new propulsion projects? I think so, yeah. I really believe that. Then, of course, we have a lot of questions which are still unanswered. Is it a life form or is it a machine? Could it be remote controlled? What is the kind of fuel they're using? I think it's plasma, but I'm not quite sure. Is it possible to communicate with them? And how fast are they really? Because we can only see them for a split second. We see them in the moment that they ignite, and then they're gone. So you never see them twice at the same place. Are they jumping through dimensions, or however, whatever? What are they? That's basically the question. For what purpose are they here? Is it because Earth is interesting to them? Of course, where do they come from? And there's a lot of unanswered questions, and I don't have an answer. It's the only thing I wanted to show you and to open your eyes.